Darkness Reborn. Hero survival arena. Not really quite arena, but kind of. You don't actually play against each other, you play with each other, and you have to survive the waves of creeps that come at you. So there's multiple heroes. I would suggest going for an area of effect hero or a strong agility hero. So, for example, these are the heroes. Oops. I did not mean to pick hard mode. Well, this should be interesting. The only reason why I picked hard mode is because I clicked on the tavern in the middle. Okay, this should be interesting. Let's see if we can do this on hard mode. I mean, I can almost solo this on normal mode, but you kind of need two people to do this. The text is quite broken. Everyone's selecting their hero. I've gone for the scumbag agility hero, but this guy's really cool because he can be super overpowered later on. I like to get myself mana regeneration because the carrion swarm is very strong at the start, and then his illusions will be stronger later on. You might want to spend some time. I'm not sure why you don't want to spend money to go to these two. You can go to these top four, and they don't cost you money to farm them. But you obviously... Yeah, they're tough. But they have a chance to drop items. So, yeah, be careful. You do get a lot more experience once the round starts. So at the moment, we only get a tiny bit of experience. Actually, no, we're getting more because it's sharing experience. Oh, that is quite quick. Yes, you can TP out as well if you get in trouble. So you have an ability to TP. It's on a very short cooldown. And then you return to your fountain and heal up. In the fountain, you can buy gold and wood and stuff like that. Over here, you buy certain items. They're basic items to start you off with. Over here on the right-hand side are sort of like little... mini zones where in each zone there's a creature, and in this creature is something that you fight for experience as well as the possibility to get an item from it. But the game will start very shortly, and when it does, you'll get creeps spawn here, here, and I'm gonna die. And up here. I'm just standing here for the experience at the moment, and then I'll get back. That'll do.
Hardly a challenge.
So some heroes have very useful abilities. The heroes that I did suggest, which I don't think I can show you. Yes. So Pit Lord strong, Tauren Chieftain strong, Naga Sea Bitch, Blood Mage, there's a Keeper of the Grove, and then... Okay, we can't pick a hero anymore. That's gone. That's out. We're done. So there's another item here. If you buy that, you can combine it. And the beauty of this game is to understand what you can combine and what you can't combine. I'm going to get a boost of speed because that's just always good for movement speed, and it's useful because I can combine that later on. Now the mobs will spawn and they'll go down this middle spot. We want to try to throw our AoE spells at them. They do hit quite hard, so it's more of a case of trying to kite them for a long period of time. So you can see you get gold for the last hits, but hopefully everyone will get enough gold spread out. And yes, careful. They do hit like a truck. So really you want to buy as much time and stop them from hitting this main base, because that's your main base. If that gets killed, it's game over for you. Bear in mind that the enemy can heal up at the fountain. So you heal up at the fountain, but they also heal up at the fountain. We're doing alright so far. More AoE. Just pretty much always be using AoE when you can. Hit as many mobs as you can with it. You don't necessarily have to get the last hits. He's going to complain about getting super blocked. There's no doubt about it. These guys are hitting like a truck. AoE, AoE, AoE. Oh, we do have a Blood Mage. Yes, okay. So the Phoenix... That Dreadlord is basically a super passive hero. Like, he's all about just passive crit and stuff like that. There's other heroes that are all about buffing each other and supporting. There's other heroes that are just designated purely for farming purposes. That's either farming the creatures that are in those zones that I talked about earlier, or perhaps potentially farming these, but the best way to farm these is with area of effect spells. A lot of people are getting killed. Gold is going up. As gold goes up, you want to buy more and more. We don't really want them... This is so chaotic as you play it as a team. I'm used to solo in this, but I can't beat this on solo. Certain mobs have ridiculous amounts of damage. I can't stop myself from dying. He's probably going to retarget me in a second. Yeah. Well, this gives you a lovely little taste into how chaotic this can be. If you play this solo, you have more chance to control the movement paths of the mobs. This is brilliant, though. Yeah, you have these bog standard mobs, which are very light and fluffy, quite easy to kill, but they will still do damage if they surround you. And then you have these 1 or 2 very powerful mobs, which you kind of need to stay at maximum range and try. This is so funny. All right, we'll redo this in normal. It's just to give you a flavour. I didn't mean to pick hard. It's because I was clicking on the middle tab, and then the little quest bar came up and said, "Hey, which mode do you want to pick?" But that was hilarious. This is fun. Okay, so we'll redo this in normal. Here's that picture I was talking about a bit earlier. I don't know all of these heroes particularly fantastically well, but I did take some time to learn each hero and roughly get an idea as to which one, you know, has good potential and which one is just kind of garbage. So, as you can see, the heroes that have got green around them are the ones that should be pretty good, potentially. Personally, I think these two are the strongest strength heroes. I think these two are the strongest intelligence heroes, with Naga Sea Bitch being pretty good. This one has the ability to get intelligence with every kill, percentage chance, but that's his ultimate and it takes time to build that up. This guy's very strong. I think those two are fine, and she's pretty box standard. I think this hero is fairly good in single target. I'm not so sure about AoE, so it takes a while to learn each of the heroes and play them. Normal. Okay. Spam, spam, spam.
Evil draws close. I'm blind.
There's someone DC'd. Ow. Okay, well, we should be fine. I think, honestly, you can get by on this map with just a few people. Like I say, on normal, I reckon I could duo this with someone, if need be. So this guy's level 4, this guy's level 4, this guy's level 6, this guy's level 6. So the wolf does the most damage to you, but he also is probably one of the easy ones to kill in relation to his level. The mud golem, for example, is harder because he's immune to magic, and he also casts slow, which reduces your damage. This guy's just got crit.
Vengeance is mine.
I can't believe you moved away from me. I'm already taking damage as it is. I'll have to TP out after this.
Hardly a challenge. Easily.
So Sed is your ability to TP.
Hardly
You want to try to TP as close as you can to the fountain, ideally. Everyone's getting levels because people are just, you know, they're kicking ass. Okay, so let's have a little look at his abilities. I'll go back to the wolf and then I'll show you. So he's got an AoE, which makes him useful for the waves when they come. He's only got one AoE though, so it's not super strong. He's got this ability to cast Shadow, which is basically an illusion of himself. That's a manual cast, and it costs mana. Quite expensive. Or you've got this Juxtapose, which is an ability to give him a percentage chance when attacking to create an illusion of himself, which does 50% damage, whereas this does, you know, more. But this, I think, is best, because once you start to get that crazy amount of agility up, then you're going to be having a great time. So I'm going to TP back after taking some damage. Now you've got this Shadow Dancer ability, which is the most interesting part of this hero. Is every time, well, not every time, it's a percentage chance, but it goes quite high, 63% towards the end. Percentage chance that you will get 2 agility when your illusion is lost or dies. I don't know if that's just when they run out or whether they have to physically die. If they have to physically die, that's not quite so good, but yeah, you can obviously stack up a lot of agility.
Is that all?
Oops, my bad, I thought he was going to spawn. They always spawn where they should be spawning, where they die from. And then he's got his ultimate, which is just another illusion of himself, which isn't too exciting. Okay, so I'm going to go back and have some fun versus the waves. Didn't get any items, unfortunately. We don't want this taking any damage, as seen before. You can combine this with this, so certain things can be combined. That way it does take less inventory space. So basically I just got like health and mana regeneration, or lots of health and mana regeneration. Ooh, I think some people have found some good combos now. So if you're killing the waves too easily, you might want someone like an agility hero or something farming. Although to be fair, you're going to get more experience from this. So this hero is probably quite good for farming. I've never really played this more than for 8 minutes at a time, because that's roughly about how long I survive in solo. 8 to 10 minutes, and then you just get overwhelmed by mobs. And we've only played this like once or twice. as a team. Now those bigger mobs are very nasty indeed. You really want to try to focus your spells on them if you can, because they do so much damage. Try to soften them up as much as possible, but I'm going to have to TP back because I'm going to die in a moment to focus. So you can see it's getting a bit nasty now already. But you always want a couple of people up front to stop that element soul from taking damage. So there's a whole bunch of recipes and stuff like that to build towards. I'll go towards one of those recipes a bit later, but for now I don't have it. Ruined gauntlets, did someone pass that over to me? Because that's a possible drop, that is, from the creatures. I mean, the creatures that you kill in these areas have an ability to drop an item. I think all creatures do, actually, to be fair. Oh, wow. Okay. That was a slam dunk. So yeah, creatures have a chance to drop items, so you can get lucky and get your items there. But sooner or later you get inundated with items to the point where it starts to get confusing, and then you need to really try to work out what recipes are the ones for you. And you need time to read, and this map is so chaotic. So the more experienced you are with the map, it's easier. The easier it's going to be. That's obvious. That's like Witty states the obvious, but it really is the case on this one. I think learning how the recipes and the items benefit you is the key to winning this map, really. First of all, just work out which heroes are good, and then after that, go nuts on the items. I have to back off here. I'm just going to get one shot by that big zombie. As much as I'd love to finish him off. Ooh, someone gets to do it, and he drops some nice stuff. Going for the loot, are you there, Sonus? So he's got ruby fragments. I think he can stack those. I'm not entirely sure. I'll pick one up and see. It adds 1 agility, strength, and all of that. You collect it, and you can combine it into a bigger rune or something like that. There's these over here that just give plus 300. They're basic. I'm sure they must be used for recipes or something like that, but they just give you a stupid amount of stats, which is obviously very nice. Give way for overclocked. You can use the Z to TP out if you definitely can't make it back. Alright, I'm going to go back to the fountain, and I'm going to try farming the Woof now, because at level 4 I should be a bit stronger now. Now, if I'm going to go farm the Woofs, it might not be in my interest to go for Carrion Swarm, which is a strong spell, but it's AoE really. It's not supposed to be single target, whereas this is more single target. But it's such a small chance. It's only 2% chance to create an illusion of yourself. So for the moment, the early game, I guess it is kind of Carrion Swarm, because the chances of you getting much benefit out of Juxtapose is so low at the start. But the more you build him up, the more attack speed you get, the more imbalance he's going to get. So level 5 means level 3 Carrion Swarm, and level 7 would mean level 4 Carrion Swarm, and so forth. So Carrion Swarm, any area of effect, very strong. Speak to me. I'll have to judge it and see whether I need to come back, or whether I can get away with just farming this. I'm still actually not sure if this is actually worth me doing, to be honest. Whilst AoE is still strong for me, it might be worth me actually just farming. There you go, at least I got one item. Yeah, it might be worth me just clearing waves until I get powerful enough that I can just auto-attack and get summons. That's basically Crown of Kings. There's Slippers of Agility. I think that got passed over. That's another big dude. Try to aim your spells at him. We don't really want the big guys hanging around for long, because they're the ones that cause the most trouble. Like I say, these little crack characters can still do some damage, so they get you surrounded and stuff like that, but it's the big guys that are the problem. We need some focus on that. No, I'm going to get battered. One more Carrion Swarm. And then back. Okay. I would like a boost of speed so I can move faster. Has he got all of his health back? Or is that a new one? I'm not sure how strong this Banshee is, but I might want to go for her. Strong enough, apparently. I might still die. I can only avoid death for so long. I'm right-click spamming, but I'm getting blocked. Yeah, in this situation, you almost need 1 or 2 people to just somehow kite the bigger mobs far away from everyone else. Once they get to the fountain, this is where the chaos begins. It's like, try to get rid of them. It's pretty hard. Make sure you concentrate on using your AoE as well versus these fiends. At least one of those is going to go down in a second. Banshee. Thank you, and good night.
Hardly a challenge.
Right, we need to walk out of this. I need to hit these fiends.
Is that all?
How much damage am I taking from that one? Quite a lot.
Hardly a challenge.
Ouch. I can't really run out of that one. So you can see, even a normal difficulty, this is a nightmare. I think this is just as hard in solo as it is as a team, unless everyone knows what they're doing. Because it's just... You have to... I think everyone needs to play this game like solo for about 5 to 10 minutes. No, more than that, basically. So they can understand how important kiting is in this game. And distracting the mobs.
Die. Hardly a challenge.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll go Blood Mage next game. Because that's got 2 forms of AoE. And right now we're just losing at the start. As much as I'd like to be super overpowered with this hero late game, I don't think we're even going to reach late game at this rate.
Is that all? Die.
Level 7, please. Then I can get level 4 Carrion Swarm, or I could just die. Okay, let's read this. You could do with someone with tons of health, just tanking. Just someone picking as many tanky items as possible. So here's the Blood Mage, who's ranged spellcaster. Easy. I didn't get it. Damn it. You could see how much I was spamming it, and I didn't get it. Okay, keep it a Grove then. So nice. Okay. So this guy actually has 3 forms of AoE, so he's got tons of potential.
Nature is restless. Is there danger?
Right. Entangling Roots keeps them on the ground. Natural Orb does tons of damage in a line. It's like a shockwave. And Hawkeye Spirit is basically like a spell. Well, it's a unit that casts Fan of Knife over and over and over. But it's invulnerable, it's invincible, you can't kill this unit. So it's just basically Fan of Knife on the spot. So try to get one of each to begin with. So you've at least got 3 forms of spells. And then probably focus on Entangling Roots and Natural Orb. They're all very strong.
So shall it be.
That's Natural Orb. I'll get ready to go back and start sort of softening up the waves. One of the things that the Keep of the Grove can be good for, I'll go back in a second now, is to entangle roots, and it actually bugs out the mobs. I'm not sure if it works in multiplayer, but in single player it bugs out the mobs and makes them just stand still, so they don't even move. Ideally, I would be farming up until the point where I could maybe get 450 gold for boost of speed, so I have more mobility, but I don't really have that luxury. See you, Sardes. So I'm going to go down the middle lane to begin with. I'll use my AoE first, because it'll take a while for these ones to catch up. So I'll soften them up and then do my Entangling Roots. I might just be able to kill them, if I'm lucky.
Well, there it is.
So you get the idea how powerful AoE heroes can be.
So shall it be.
So one more AoE spell would
For Kalendor.
snip the tip.
Well, there it is.
So I want to kite these, pull them all in,
For Kalendor.
and then pull down, and then they should chase afterwards.
Spirits.
Run around like a headless chicken. AoE.
For Kalendor.
And then I'm kind of out of mana.
So shall it
Another point into Entangling Roots, because that's off cooldown. Plus I can get a level 2 version of it, and boom. Hey presto, you kind of get the idea on how this can work.
So shall it be.
So that's why AoE heroes can be the strongest, at least early game. Set things up, whilst the single target DPSs work on making themselves imbalanced. So let's go. Boost of speed.
Restless.
Come back up into the fray.
Kalendor.
And then go, go, go. Don't get too cocky up here. Always try to condense them into one pile, because then our AoE is going to be strongest. So we want to try to keep them as close as possible. Oh man, that's a tasty desync. I actually reset Warcraft 3 though, so I'm not sure what I can do then. He's been already told multiple times.
Burning to avenge. I am here.
Right, here's Blood Mage. I pretty much would go for Phoenix Fire first and then Flame Strike afterwards. He's only got the 2 AoE abilities, I think. Yeah, Fire Shield and Phoenix Fire. He's got Ultimate, which is an AoE ability. I don't know why people are spending money to go for the Crab. See, that's good. Wort's Leg is extra movement speed. And a little bit of health regeneration. So you can sometimes get lucky and get an item drop. Thank you so much, Gizmo.
1 month.
Back at it again. Thank you there. Very kind. There are some heroes that actually have some funny abilities to get to zones that they shouldn't be able to. With actual spell abilities. I think it's the Warden has it, or one of the Warden type agility heroes. You can actually sort of almost not blink through here, but you kind of whirlwind. You do a Blade Storm for it. I'm going to die in a second. Ow! That was as close as I could cut that. I've almost got enough gold for boost of speed, actually, so if I just keep going. The good thing about leveling up here... Come on. There we go. That's enough. I'll go down the lanes now. Get boost of speed. The more you can level yourself up... Oh, thank you there. The more you can level yourself... Oh, hang on a sec.
You need to buy more malachite.
Malachite or malachite? Maybe that's one of the gems that you can buy down here. So Phoenix Fire is stupidly strong. You can wait for all the mobs to sort of stack up. So what I could do theoretically is try to kite them. So run through the middle here, run to the side, hit these, so I can get them to bunch up. That, and then AoE. You get the idea. It's easier to do when everyone's kind of moving smoothly in sort of like the same direction. Don't just try to bum rush the stage though. It's Flame Strike's going to be kind of hard to manipulate. The second ability is much easier because that just hits everything nearby, but depends how the zombies are moving. Remember, I've only got enough mana for 1 more spell now, so you can either wait for Phoenix Fire again, which I will do because I'm going to level it up, and then I'll go back and get some more juice. At the moment, you can see we're clearing these waves quite quickly and easily now. Alright, 1 Phoenix Wave, and then go back. That'll do. Piggy. So let's come back. Another 200 gold, and I could get that, but you don't really need that. I could stack up Pendant of Energy. Anything that gives a boost to spells would be ideal for a hero like mine. But at the moment, I'm actually stacking up for the more powerful boots, which is this one. There's multiple boots you can get, but this one's the one with the fastest movement speed, so that's the one I'm most interested in, because that's really why I get a boost of speed, is so I can move fast. Why else? Look at the damage. So, that could be nice items. I don't care too much about items, because they're not going to affect my spells too much. Items are probably better used on agility heroes, unless obviously it's something like plus 20 intelligence. And yeah, that probably should go on an intelligence hero. I'm not sure if Flame Strike actually hurts my allies. I don't think it does, so you don't really TK with your spells in this one. I think I noticed that when I picked the Pit Lord. If you do Rain of Fire on top of yourself, it doesn't hurt yourself. Wow, we're keeping this under control much better this time. I think people are starting to get the hang of it. See if there's some people farming. That's the hero, I think, that can sort of spin through areas that it's not supposed to reach. So there's my ultimate, Melted Phoenixes. I can get that next level. Very, very strong AoE. So, very awesome. It's not actually got too bad a cooldown either. I'm going to go back now because 2,139 gold. It's a shame. I need like another 200 gold. So actually I'm going to just go to the wolf and kill this for a little bit of gold. Oh, that's nice. I'll take that. Oh, I'm getting quite a few items. You can't sell these items though, unfortunately, that you get from creeps. So I just want an extra 1 gold. There's my ultimate. I may as well hang here and do another Phoenix Fire. and that, and then go back whilst I'm here, whilst I've got my spells. So coming back, go in for Crystal Ball, because I believe that requires boost of speed, Crystal Ball, and something else. Gloves of Haste, Crystal Ball, boost of speed. So I just need to buy the recipe after that. Well, this is almost looking easy now, although I wouldn't necessarily say that. As long as we've got a few strong agility heroes, which we definitely do. You can see the Blade Masters, so that's pretty strong evidence that we probably do have strong enough agility heroes. Now would be a good time for my ultimate. This has the issue though. Oh, maybe not use my ultimate because that's very strong. Shouldn't need my ultimate after that. There we go. Lovely. Keeping that well and truly under control. But yeah, this doesn't work as a hotkey. Pressing T does nothing, so you have to manually click it. Which is, I hate that kind of thing, but if it's an ultimate, it's not too big an issue. It's not one of my main spells that I have to want to click all the time. At some point I'll look at my other ability, but it transforms damage from health to mana points. I'll have to see what that does in practice to better understand it. I'll just use my ultimate now, because otherwise we're going to be here all day. So that's the Phoenix that's spinning round. Although I think the Keeper of the Grove stole all the last hits on that one. And I got like one more spell left in me. And then I'm out. So how much is it for the recipe? Probably about 1,400-ish or something. No, 800. I can get that. Boom. And that clears up your inventory. Unfortunately, that's about as far as my knowledge goes for recipes. And there's tons. This map has tons. It has really cool spell effects as well. Like, whoever made this map clearly knows a lot about it. It's just unfortunately quite convoluted as a map. But it is still awesome fun. So, boom. I mean, +7 armor. I mean... oh, no one can see what I'm typing. What the hell? Okay, well if anyone's listening to me, I'm going to put tanky items on the left-hand side and agility items on the right-hand side. So if you find an item that suits you, then go pick it up. That Lich will get more and more intelligence over time with its ultimate. My hero runs out of mana pretty quickly. Doesn't have enough mana really to justify staying here. Maybe for the Flame Strike, which is cheaper. Hover over my hero. Yes? What about it? What can I do for you? Oh, there's Phoenix Fire as well. That's just a passive... what is it? It is literally Phoenix Fire, the actual ability that the Phoenix has. It just does passive range damage over time. So that's another tanky item. Looks like people are starting to die again. I'll get back. Tinker can build towers, yeah. I like the Tinker. That was one of the heroes I actually tried to focus on working out how to solo this map, but it takes too long to get his clockwork builder that can actually create the towers. That was the biggest issue I had with the Tinker. So that's a tanky item. Where's the items? I think someone's already nabbed it. Tanky item. Tanky item. I try to keep some inventory spaces clear. My ultimate uses so much mana. That's the issue with that one. I guess too many AoE heroes aren't needed though. You only need just enough to clear the waves really. And if there's not enough units around, you're not going to get too much use out of it. So it can take a little bit of time now to maybe look at the next recipe. That's intelligence, hit points, and mana regeneration. So perhaps aim for something like that for now. So crystal ball, iron armor. So crystal ball I can get again in a moment. I'm not going to worry about looking at too many of the recipes because we'll be here all day. It literally has that many. Well, that's a big guy. Oh! That was some chain lightning right there. That one shot. So getting more health on your hero would be beneficial, even if you're not really like a tanky hero, because you can just get one shot by certain spells like that. Some good gold back from that. Oh! I'm going to get crowned the crystal ball in the moment. That's just 2,300 gold. I had 2,289 or something, so I couldn't buy it at the time when re-approaching the lane, but that'll give me a little bit of extra health back. Because it's plus 15 strength, agility, intelligence. At least we ain't surrounded by mobs, so... Oh, you moved him out of my AoE. Alright, I'm going to run away and come back. You can see this boost of speed is really good. Look how fast I can move. There's going to be so many items left on the ground soon. That Warden has like one ability that just does shite tons of damage. I don't really understand how it works, but when she activates it for 7 seconds, she does like crazy amounts of damage. Which is obviously very good for like getting last hits on the boss and stuff like that. Need to start leveling up this AoE, unless these are immune to magic. Which they might be. Because I was doing like no damage there. Yep. How do we get through this then? We need to single target these down then almost. I'm not exactly doing the most DPS though. Our heroes are suffering as well. Our Blade Master heroes. Yep, we can't use AoE versus that, so I'm not sure what the answer is. Focus them down. Orb of Corruption would be nice, just for this specific occasion. I think there is an item that can give you that effect. AoE heroes should go up towards the next round when there's mobs that aren't immune to spells. They've actually got a mini range attack as well, these footmen. My Phoenix Fire isn't working against them either. That Phoenix Fire. Damn, 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 damn. That's a long stun. Damn, 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 damn. It's almost a perma-stun. I can't move my hero yet. Blood Mage is one of those heroes that once you TP, it takes a while to move the hero. I noticed that compared to other heroes that I picked. I don't know why. This is really hard. What's the answer here? We can't let them get to the fountain. So you need to almost like push them up somehow. When you got so many mobs, this is what they move really clunky like this. So this is why you can solo the map. Ah, now we've got some mobs I can maybe hit with spells. Yay. Thanks for that. The Naga Sea bitch's AoE is very, very strong, but she only has the one. But it's that crushing wave ability, which we know is just so good. Oh, we've lost. The main is gone. I thought I couldn't see it on the way back. Yeah, once that's gone, it's game over, basically. Whew. So, honestly, I don't know what the answer is to this immune spell wave. Maybe if we just have 2 AoE heroes, like Blood Mage Keeper of the Grove. Those two are by far the strongest AoE heroes, I think. And Illidan can be like a passive AoE hero, but he's really agility. And the rest need to be like tanks, like Pit Lord, Tauren Chieftain, Blade Masters, that kind of deal. Something with Cleave. I think the Pit Lord has Cleave. Or is it the Tauren Chieftain? One of them has it. But right now we obviously can't do anything and the game is going to end. I'll go Pit Lord. I'll go Pit Lord next game and show him off. They got a resident pro for this map. I have seen a couple of videos. They're very unclear as to how this map works because they normally just skip and the people seem to have almost unlimited resources. But from what I remember seeing, it is something similar to what the guys said. Karma. What's a tanky item? Let's just buy anything that's a tanky item. I can't actually afford much that's a tanky item. Apart from strength. Strength will do for now.
What trickery is this?
Oh, there was a desync. That's not necessarily the end of the world, though. So, Rain of Fire is a good AoE spell. Strike Slam. I may as well sit fight versus the spider for the moment whilst doing this. I think that's like an AoE stun or a single target. I think that's a single target stun. That's basically like the Crypt Lord. Set of armor Crypt Lord. So that's basically just armor and does damage to enemy mobs. You need a Jacksmith. Basically the tank goes to the middle, picks 4 from third ability, so these two, and Fawn's Aura. So he's just tanky and reflects damage back onto the mobs. And sends all gold to Smith. Who's the Smith? Oh, is the Smith the Paladin? Because there's a Paladin hero that's supposed to be able to create legendary items. There'll be a bit of an issue if this map can only really be played one way, though, isn't there?
You failed to.
I know exactly what you're saying, though. Like, one guy just tanks the middle. Everyone else should be farming. So, I'm getting experience for them killing this wolf, I think. Yes. I'm going to get boosted speed so I can maneuver.
Waste my time.
Sunus wanting to be difficult once again. I have no idea if I can solo. I don't know how. Probably not, because we haven't got like a try-hard team that knows exactly what they're doing. We don't have a smith, whatever a smith really is, and we don't have anyone feeding me gold for items that would help me tank. So I wouldn't be able to... I don't think I could do it, to be honest.
Pitiful. I bring darkness. Pitiful. What a foolish ploy. You failed to amuse me. Pitiful.
A couple of AoE heroes plus my hero will do for now. Just stay far, far back. Because I can't exactly actively tank them. I can only just stand close to them and hope that they come for me.
You failed to amuse me.
Use your TP if you need to. I'll have to go back to the fountain, obviously, in a moment. Or maybe not. Now I can go back quickly. Get my health back up. Oh, okay. The Guardian of Light has got my back. Level 6 Pit Lord? What the hell is that? As long as there's another heal coming. I don't think there is though, she's running away. Doesn't have mana for it, so I have to go back. I'll get the... I only really know the first few items in this game. I don't really know much past that point.
What a foolish ploy.
Sunus, you're very bad at using your town portal. At least this is good versus the strong melee heroes as well, or melee guys.
I go to destroy.
Well, since this has got 0 here, I guess this can be upgraded. I'm not so familiar with that. Any more heals? Shanta? She might have mana for 1 more heal. I don't know how much it costs. Let's see when she casts it. Maybe it's 200 mana. Or she might just be waiting until I need it.
What is your feeble request?
Looks like this hero is tanking very nicely, actually. I'm starting to get a stupid amount of gold, so I need to quickly
I
drop a
bring
couple of
darkness.
items. I'll just go for that boots that I'm familiar with. Gloves of Haste. And then I'll work out what it is I'm going to go for after that. I don't know. Some expensive armor, probably.
You fail to amuse.
I'm not going to be so good versus the ranged units, though, am I? But I can see why this guy's so good. He's a good answer to the immune, spell immune characters. So far so good, the element soul's hanging in there. Ooh, and down I go. 3,400 gold. Where's the tanky shield type items? Something like that would be good. Helm of Valor, light armor. Helm of Valor, light armor. I don't know where the Helm of Valor is. That ain't it. I guess it's another recipe. Look at the yellow shop. What, this one? There's no Helm of Valor there. What is that ultimate anyway? Oh, that's really cool. I can see why this is the main tank. Increases health, I think, every single time he kills a unit. So that's insane, because that's like a permanent boost to health. So what's the item that I want to be aiming for then, Karma? If you're going to backseat game this. What's the item I want to aim for now, as a pit lord with 5,700 gold? Which shop do I go to?
Pitiful.
You can't have more than same item. More than one of the same item, by the way. This is actually working, though. So far. Smith is supposed to forge items for me. I'll have to back off unless Ashanta's got another heal. There we go. But if you're alone, get the steel shield. The shields are in here. That's a shield of honor, Arcanite shield, enchanted shield. Oh, I guess that's a recipe item again. Whew. Where would I find it then? That looks maybe like it. It's an iron shield, sacred shield, steel shield. Scroll of fusion, enchanted shield, Arcanite shield. Arcanite shield, enchanted shield, so buy those two.
What a foolish ploy. Tremble before me.
And what's the scroll of fusion? It says page 11.
What is your feeble?
When I looked over here, there's something called page 11 here. But is that scroll of fusion? Because I don't know. Get that permanent boost. Should have done that earlier. It's only like get kills, I suppose. And get cleave for the immune waves. So I guess cleave is from an item that he can pick up, because I don't think he has a cleave ability.
I go to destroy. To the slaughter.
This is getting messy. Top left corner. It's the circlet. Scroll of fusion. Circlet, ring of regeneration, and ring of protection. I'll have to back off because my hero's losing health. So circlet, ring of protection, ring of regeneration. Is that it?
What a foolish ploy. You failed to.
Don't get much time. Like I say, if you know the recipes in this game, you're going to have a much easier time. So circlet, ring of regeneration, ring of protection. Circlet, ring of regeneration, ring of protection.
What is your feeling?
Shite. And then I need to get the 2 shields. And get that other shield. Which is here. So I should be able to afford that. Boom. And now that's a new recipe and my gold is low, which is fantastic because I don't have to worry about another recipe for the moment. We do have to worry about this though. Clutch save. Or is it? Because that mortar team's still attacking.
What is your
So the people... Oh, right, I see. So the reason why I have to be in the middle is because I get all the gold then, which will help me get my items quicker. Otherwise, other people are going to steal the gold. I might have to contact Sexy Time and see if it can be 2-manned or something like that. At least this seems to be healing, because the Tinker does actually have a heal ability that can be used on these buildings, or this building by the looks of it.
waste my time?
Alright, we win. That's the Tinker, putting down a tower. Looks like the Flame Tower is what he's gone for. I thought the Earth Tower was actually the best one, cost-wise. So this is the spell immune level. Oh, they're ranged. Of course, they're not quite melee. So they're not going to be doing damage back to themselves. So this is going to... I don't know how I'm going to kill them other than just having some form of awesome DPS or amazing cleave. And I don't know which item gives cleave yet without checking. And good luck checking whilst you're doing all of this. Ah, there you go. That's got cleave. 28% cleave damage. That will do for now. But I can't afford it. Belt, Giant Strength, Circlet of Nobility, Scale Axe. I'll have to... Belt, Giant Strength, Circlet of Nobility, Scale Axe.
Our allies' town is under siege.
I forget where the items are. Ah. There's so many of them.
Forces are under attack.
So it's this one, yeah? No, that's a different one. But that's got 36% cleave.
Our allies' town is under
I'm already going for this one. No, wait. This one. At the start. Scale Axe says it's page 26. So maybe page 26 means it's a recipe item. There.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Cleave axes are all in the same shop, and it's basically like upgrading them. Yeah, I can see them now.
Our allies' town is under siege. Tremble before me.
So really, in order to be successful at this, you would have to really spend some time. I spent some time learning what some of the heroes do, and we've had a good opportunity to show that off. The next stage is really learning the recipes almost off heart, and which ones you want to go for, so that way you're not hesitating, you're just moving straight to the, you know, the item that you need ASAP. Not wasting any time. That's the ultimate of the Keep of the Grove. It's pretty powerful. Okay, so coming back, it was the 4th shop. Nope. The 3rd shop. This is the one I was going for at the time, so I'm still going for it. Scalax. There he is. Oh yeah. Study war hacks. I'll back off for that if I can actually get some gold. Thank you, Roxanne. Okay. Study War Axe, as it's called. The 3rd shop, yes. Scale Axe. Belt of Giant Strength, Circlet of Nobility. Okay, I should be able to get that. Right, that'll do for now. I've got some cleave. I know it's not the best cleave, but that'll do for now. I still need some major damage, though. So I guess these aren't too much of a threat, these Blood Elf Lieutenants. At the moment. They're just annoying. They're like pests. Here's how the farming is going. No one's really moved on to the other creeps. I think a lot of people have come back to the middle now. That cleave is working though. You can see the health is dropping down. Has Ashanta got a heal? Need a Jill. Oh yeah, thank you. When there's so many mobs on the map, they do move so clunky, so it does buy you a lot of time. By doing your strat, at this point, you would have 40,000 gold already and 300 armor. I'm 200 armor shy. He's a big guy. I need more heals, but she's If I just... there we go. Get that mana back. I can tank all day, I can tank all day. Just try and hit me. Alright, so aside for taking some time now to look at a better axe, the strong... which axe? I guess the axes are the ones that have cleaves, so that makes sense. I'm not sure there's any other items that have cleave. Maybe in the super duper items on the east hand side, but I think they're probably a ridiculous amount of gold required for those, so for now, look at the strongest axe. That needs a study war axe. Swap it. Do I really need to swap for just 8% more cleave though? Is that really necessary? Probably want to just go for damage now. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Unless I get a heals. How about them heals? Later when I have a shitload of gold. It's just taking time to work it out. So who created this map? Was it a Russian person? Because the English is pretty broken. It's not impossible to understand, but a lot of the description is kind of like super broken English. Definitely comes across as an Asian game though. I don't know if that's a stereotype, but it totally comes across as an Asian game. Like made in China or something. Need level 16 for the next one on that. 4,500 gold and counting. Starting to take a bit too much damage. Yep. I'm not sure what got the last hit on me there. I kind of just lost a chunk of health at that last moment. Lazy heals from Ashanta. Come back with full health though, and they haven't done anything to the main because they're so confused. If you subscribe, Karma, you have an easier time of doing that. Of joining in. Oh, they just kind of one-shot the main. They just took a moment to just focus it, and that was it. Yeah, now's a good time to subscribe on Twitch. I think there's some sort of 50% off deal going on for new subscribers. So, twitch.tv/Witty. Chuck your subscriptions this way. You can also do it for free if you've got Amazon Prime. Alright, so you guys watching the video will have to come back at me and let me know if you want to see this map played once more. I'm pretty sure you probably will say yes. There will be a link to it in the video description so you can try it out yourself. But I won't revisit this map until I'm confident enough I can get much further into it. Because this is obviously still pretty early game. Even though we got much further this time. It's still pretty early game. That was team kill, was it? Oh, someone destroyed the... Okay. Either way, it's game over. Till the next time, I suppose. Certainly is a very interesting hero defense. I think it has issues if there's really only one way to play it. I'm sure there might be more than one way, but that looks like by far the most efficient way to play it. But that's on normal. There's 2 more difficulties, so I suppose you can hit the other difficulties if you use this method only. But maybe normal, you can still beat it with other methods. I think having too many people sometimes hurts you. So maybe those desyncs are trying to do you a favor. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to thumbs up, share, and have a good one. Look forward to more Warcraft 3. YouTube.com/WTiiWarcraft, YouTube.com/Witty1 for other stuff coming up. Perhaps looking into Age of Empires 4, other RTS stuff, I don't know. And twitch.tv/Witty to help support me. Also, since I'm at it, www.patreon.com/WTiiWarcraft. I just sent out the rewards to the Patreons, and they can enjoy the first game. If you even just pledged $1, you get an hour and 15-minute video, which is titled Bad Allies and Ghoul Rush. Yeah, pretty fun one, that. So all the Patreons get to enjoy that. A little bonus for those that help to support. So thank you very much. Make sure to thumbs up, and I'll see you later.